right, this is Tom Vann, and welcome to the session on creating a Mailchimp account, which ultimately sets up your newsletter to be sent out to your database. And I'm going to show you how to put one of those together too. All right, so let's just get started on some basic stuff. All right, just go into a normal search engine page. We'll just go to Google here. Go up here to the address bar and type in Mailchimp.com. Right, then you get to the home page of Mailchimp where you can sign up for free. You can either use this button up here, or you can use this button down here. Then you show up to the Get Started page, which go ahead and just put in your email, your username, and your password. All right, I'll go ahead and do that. And then you just hit the Create My Account button. All right, then it's going to send an email to activate your account. It's going to look like this. So you click on this button to activate the account. I'm not going to go through all those pieces because it's easy. Has you type in some of those funky words for security and such, and then you'll be right into your account. All right, so the next step you're going to see for me is this going right into our account. All right, now it asks you about let's getting started. So let's just do this right. You'll have to answer all these questions too. Do you have a list of emails to import into Mailchimp? Yes, even if you have a small list, you're going to want to do that. You have to have your company or organization. Just go ahead and write that in there. Okay, so this is what the dashboard looks like. So we can create and send a campaign, create a list of clients, or start building your audience if you want to find new clients. All right, once again, we're just going to talk about actually building your first newsletter and what that's going to look like. So we're going to go ahead and create and send a campaign. Go right to here. So we're going to name our campaign. We'll just call this. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and leave this merge tag in here, which merely means it's going to put their name into it as we build it. Okay? So that's about the setup we need. We can add social media if we want, but let's not do any of that stuff just yet. Let's just move on down here to next. So we have email templates, email designer, or pre-designed. Right? So let's just go to pre-designed. Pick a template to start with. All right, so there's a bunch of them. There's probably 100 or 200 of them down here. Just to start out, I'd like you to scroll on down. It's all in alphabetical. Scroll on down to Simple Newsletter. See this? Select it. All right. Now this is how our newsletter starts. So we can start creating whatever type of newsletter, whatever type of look we want. All right, so let's just try a couple new things. All right, we're going to go to the Awesomest Newsletter, and it sees where it says Edit. Let's go ahead and just click on Edit. All right, so here's where it starts. We can start looking into how to design this, what will be the best design for us. I don't really like the name of that. What I did is I just went to the top here, because the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a photo. So here we are. I'm going to browse a file. This is on my own computer for a photo I like. And I've got tons of photos of all kinds of stuff. I'm going to use this. I'm not a girl, but I like the photo. All right, so, and I also don't like the Awesomest newsletter that they have. All right, so we just called this the Dangling Keys newsletter. Free stuff from Jennifer, the deal maker at Gizmo Motors, for my friends. It's not all that clever, but we're just going to start right there. We save it and close it. And this is what it looks like now. See that? All right, looks pretty good. All right, so that's what it looks like. Now inside here, we can also decide what else is we want to put in here. We could put in an image here, so let's go ahead and edit this image. So I put this button in here. Now let's say we wanted to edit this. Or here's an article that we want to write. Okay, so what I did here is I put in free wiper blades from Jennifer. And then I write down winter smacked us all with some serious frozen windshields. And frozen windshields means ripped wiper blades. Want a free set? It's on me for the entire month of April, value of up to $38. Since it's going to cost me a bit, can I ask a favor? And then I go on to talk about referrals. All right, so fair enough. Matter of fact, I'm going to put great referral, and we're going to go ahead and just bold that up a bit so people can see it better. Sound good? All right, so we're going to save and close that. And there it is, free wiper blades from Jennifer. That's the top one. If I want to reconstruct that a bit and make it look a little different, I can, but this is all just about making sure that it looks good. All right, now next, why don't we go ahead and add a little bit more to the article that we already have. So we just have free wiper blades from Jennifer. I added a couple of quotation marks there just a second ago. I always like fiddling with these to make certain that they get the greatest visual impact. So you play around with that too. But let's say we wanted to add more, right? We don't need to add a new block. You see this square line here? We don't need to add a new one. We'll just add right into the bottom of this. So let's go to Edit. There's our free wiper blades from Jennifer article. Now, let's go ahead and put in something else. What I like doing is I like putting in a spotlight ad about a certain client. So let's just take a look at that. I'm going to show you how I've done this. So I'm going to go to a picture, browse a file just like we've done before, and here we go. All right, this is a salon. Okay, we're about to save it and insert it. Okay, now you see that? I'm going to make it just a bit smaller, that's all. All right, now let's do an article. So we're going to go to Style. See that? Go to the header, and I'm going to write Client Spotlight, the 25-4. Oop, that's the name of it. The 25-4 Salon and Spa. Now why don't we go ahead and write a little bit of something here too? Okay, I just wrote that up real quick. Let's save it and let's see what it looks like. Here we go. So we got the free wiper blades up here, and now we have the Client Spotlight, the 25-4 Salon and Spa. And I went on there to say not only does Barb and Ted Furman have the friendliest and fanciest salon in Yukon City, but they're one of the biggest givers into our community as well. Last year alone, Barb and Ted donated $27,000 to the YC Homeless Shelter for food, clothing, diapers, and toys, but also created the Job Builders program at Yukon Community College, and haircuts and stylings for the families are on Barb. See, now, isn't that a great thing? You can highlight great clients of yours, and of course, they would love to share that with others, which then again helps you. All right? Okay, so let's go to something else. Let's go to the social links that we can provide here. All right, so let's take a look at Facebook. That's what that little tiny F is, if you don't know that. So let's say we want to edit that. And we want to make sure that this link actually goes to our Facebook page. So what you do is you take your pointer and you draw it all the way across it so this entire thing's in blue, okay? Then you go to this link button. It even says link when it comes up. You click on it, and I already did this, but you write in your Facebook page. So let's just say it's facebook.com Jennifer@Gizmo. Insert it. See, it stays Let's Be Friends. We go ahead and save that over here. And now, when this goes live, once somebody clicks on this particular link, this is all in editor, so we couldn't do it yet. When they click on this, it'll open up right to Jennifer's Facebook page so that they can link and become friends with Jennifer. And then we do that the same with Twitter. So we would just click on this. Oh, I'm sorry, we click on edit. We highlight this. We click the link. And now we're going to put in the web address for Twitter, right, which is HTTP. Insert it. There we have it. Once again, we save it. And now this particular link will go to Twitter. And so you can add as many as you want. You can get rid of these if you want to. You can add YouTube if you want to go into a YouTube channel, which in the car industry, it's perfect to go to a YouTube channel as long as you're cutting your own videos and posting them on YouTube. If you need help with that, go ahead and send me an email and I'll help you out with that piece of it too. But we want to keep moving on here. So let's take a look down here. Now this is a bunch of contact us stuff here. Now right now, this is what's called a merge address. Now the good news is that this particular merge, this is already set to the email address that happened when we first set up our program. All right, so we don't have to redo that. If we wanted to share this with somebody else, this is already linked to share. So when a client receives this, once they click on this link, which will look a little different, and I'll show you in a second, but when they click on this, then their own email pops up so they can send your newsletter to somebody else, a friend of theirs, okay? And then this is repeatable blocks. This is actually just an explanation, because what this says, you could actually put a little article in here if you want, or if you had something else you wanted to put on here. Let's say you've got a special recipe that everybody in town knows about because you used to work at a local food establishment. So you just click this plus sign, and sure enough, here's another block. So since this other block's here, again, we can edit this image. What do we do again? Browse a file. All right, so this is cherry crumble pie. So when we go into the edit, down here, what we'll do, since these are great for us, we're going to put in and there we go. We can put the cherry crumble pie secret recipe, and then we could write what the recipe is right under there. You see that? Okay, so what we've done is we've input an enormous amount of very valuable information in here into our newsletter. We've covered this. Now we just have to clean up a few things. So down here, if we want to edit this, we just set up these links too. Follow on Twitter, we just wipe it across. We set up the link so the Twitter goes to our account. Facebook, we do it. If we have a blog, if we have YouTube or anything we want to forward, we will just go ahead and create the links into each one of these, which I just showed you how to do before. Down here, what we want to do is we'll want to set this up into edit, and then we will change each one of these. What is the year of our newsletter? What's it mean? Our mailing address, which is already going to be in there too. If we have a rewards program, we could put it in here. That'd be fine too. If not, if you don't have a rewards program or don't want one, you just delete everything in there. This is already preset for you, so you don't have to really do anything there. And then way up on top, up here, you want to edit this. It says here, use this area to offer a short teaser of your email's content. And then it says, in text place here will show in the preview of some of the email clients. So this is kind of a cool thing too. So in here, we could just put something like this. Jennifer Gladwin at Gizmo Motors has a free gift for you as a thanks. Save it. And sure enough, it's right up there on top. Okay? All right, so there you go. That is how you create a newsletter inside Mailchimp. Now, again, there's plenty of other things we can do. We just used a pre-designed format here, one that was already a template, but you are welcome to head on back, even to create your next newsletter, and just create your own. What I strongly suggest you do when you're building these is create one that looks like yours, the one that's you. I mean, here's Jennifer and the Dangling Keys newsletter. She can always keep that, and then she could change this a little bit or keep it. But this you want to make certain in the colors. You want to make sure that they remain consistent so your people always know what to expect and what to expect from you. Okay? You'll just want to keep changing up the articles and the letters and the cool stuff, and you want to ask for referrals as much as you can. I like putting in a referral block right inside here where it's always about referrals. Put that thing in on top. Move this one down with this, and then put the referral thing up here, because you're always, always, always wanting to be asking for referrals. Your people won't mind you asking as long as you do it pleasantly, just like I did here. When you come in for your free wiper blades, will you bring in the name of a great referral? People will feel obligated to do it since you asked that way. You see? Okay, so then you move on to next. And what this is a plain text message. This is the entire thing that you just wrote in a text format, because now and then there's the rarest of people that only accept things in a text format. All right, so you can check through all these to see if you've written everything correctly. If you have, move on. Okay, and now you're all set to send it. So review the feedback below before sending your information, and I do that. Check your lists. Right now we only have one because we set it up to ourselves, and you can check it and just send it to yourself if you want to right now. Check your subject line. All right, test it out to see if this will work, whatever you're going to put in there. Replies, you want them all to go to the email that you put in, and through in this case, Gizmo Motors. If you want tracking, and there's a whole bunch of stuff on here that won't necessarily matter so much to you. Now, once you're there, and let's say you do have a list, which you'd go back to recipients to import that list, you would go ahead and then schedule, right down here, schedule it to be sent. And right here it tells you set up your schedule. When do you want it sent? Well, we could set it up any date we wanted to. Right here. Right? We'll set it up on January 30th of 2015, and we're going to send it. This is what I suggest, by the way, as far as time you send it. Send it somewhere between 9 and 11 any morning. Don't do it super early. Just set it up to where we'll put it at 10, 15. And we're ready to go. So this is some other thing. Is a paid feature. If you've got massive lists to send them to, which in time you will, all right, because that helps so that it actually gets to people's email addresses. And then that's it. And there's a couple things you can do, but I'm not going to worry about that. So we'd click this to schedule it, and lo and behold, your newsletter is ready to be sent. So there you are. Again, this is Tom. Hope you loved it, and if you have any questions, go ahead and send them over to me in an email, tom@tomvann.com. Look forward to helping you out. Talk to you soon. Adios.